Welcome to another Cooking on the Block. I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Today, we're going to make chocolate mousse. And I have the most delicious chocolate melting on the stove. What is better than chocolate? Okay, so I have to make a dessert to take to my cousin Phyllis's and Barry's house on Saturday night. So I figured, let me make a chocolate mousse. And I figured, let me do a video. We get it both going on at the same time. So what you need to do is have all your things in front of you, because once you get going, everything kind of falls into place. So I have on the stove my really good chocolate, okay? And this is a bittersweet chocolate. And it's a 62% cacao, all right? That means it's a really nice high content of the cocoa bean, okay? So I have it all melted down, and I'm going to add a little bit of Godiva chocolate liqueur. Now you can use amaretto, you can use Grand Marnier, you can use Kahlua. I decided, let's beef up the chocolate flavor, right? It's Valentine's Day. So I'm adding about 4 tablespoons, okay? And we're just going to stir that in, okay? It's smelling really good. Okay, now I have 12 egg yolks here, and I separated them, and I have the whites in my mixer bowl, so that's all ready to roll. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to place our egg yolks in our water bath again, the same one we used to melt the chocolate, and we're going to beat. And essentially what we're doing, now this is going to take a few minutes, but essentially what we're doing is making a zabaglione. And we're going to make a custard-like consistency, and we're going to fold it into our chocolate. Now once this is done and we fold it into our chocolate, we're going to beat our egg whites and then our heavy cream. Voila, we got chocolate mousse. So in a few seconds, I'll show you how this all comes together. Okay, now my eggs are nice and custard-like. Okay, you can see how thick they got, okay? And that took about 5 minutes. And you just have to be rigorous with your whisking. Now we're going to add it right to our chocolate. Okay, now I want to put this back on the water bath. And I'm just going to let this incorporate, because the chocolate kind of cooled down a little bit. All right, so in a couple of minutes, we'll get this together. Okay, my chocolate's melted, but I just want to show you one thing. I have my egg whites breaking up in my beater bowl, my trusty KitchenAid. Okay, and we're going to make them nice and fluffy. I have my cream all whipped with a little vanilla, and trust me, the recipe will all be on the website with the exact amounts, and it's lightly whipped, okay? And now, here's my chocolate. And that has the egg incorporated real nice. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to, in a couple of stages, fold our heavy cream into our chocolate. Okay? Now, the mousse part, to make it like that airy, moussey consistency, is where the egg whites come in. Okay? Now we're going to crank our baby up, and I'm going to continue to fold this, and then we're going to fold our egg whites in just a minute. Okay, our egg whites are nicely beaten, you know, to the stiff peak stage. Okay, and that's going to make our mousse lift. Okay, so we're going to do that in a few stages also. Okay, and you just fold over and under. You don't want to deflate the egg whites because this is making your mousse moussey. Okay, now I'm going to finish doing this because it's a little tedious. You need to take your time, and I'm going to present it in a pretty bowl, and I'll show you another way to present. You can even put it into some nice goblets so you can have individual servings. Okay, so when we come back, I'll show you our finished product. Okay, I have my heavy cream in the mixer bowl here with a little vanilla and confectioner's sugar, and that's to decorate our beautiful mousse that you see in front of me. Let me just crank this up to get it a little stiffer, and I'll show you how it's going to work. Okay. Oh, Aunt gets to lick the beaters. Okay, now I piled the mousse right into a plain white dish. You can use a crystal bowl. That would look pretty too. This is going to Phyllis and Barry later on tonight. Okay, and then now this was a double recipe, so this made a bowl full. Plus I poured some of the mousse into some goblets. As you can see, I have a pretty clear glass with some etching, and I tied a happy Valentine's Day ribbon on the bottom. Also, you could do a martini glass, and I had a red martini glass. I thought it was fitting for Valentine's Day. Okay, so on the website, the recipe will just be a single recipe, okay? But you know what? You can easily double it. I've even tripled it, and where I had to make, for a lot of people, and it works really well. Okay, so we do a little Dairy Queen action on the top. All right, but that ain't no Dairy Queen. That's really good 40% heavy cream. What I mean by that, it's a high butterfat content in your cream. Makes it really, really delicious. Okay, and now we're going to decorate with some fresh berries. Okay, I have some blackberries. You can do strawberries, but for some reason I just think chocolate mousse and raspberries just go good together. Okay, look how pretty that is. All right, and let's fill up our pastry bag again for Phyllis and Barry's. And then there's going to be a little extra chocolate when we do some grated chocolate on the top. Okay, now I have some bittersweet chocolate. We're just gonna, like brown snow over the top. With the blizzard going on down south, I bet they wish they had chocolate instead of snow. Look how pretty that looks. And it tastes really, really good. It's not really sweet because of the really good chocolate, and that's the key. Make sure you get the best chocolate you can buy. And there it is, my friends, again. This is another Cooking on the Block. Happy Valentine's Day. And I want to say love to everybody who watches my videos. I really appreciate it, and I've got an amazing response. Thank you. And this is another Cooking on the Block. I'm Chef Ellie Espo.